if you're running a business and trying to stay consistent on YouTube, stop following the workflow most YouTubers use because it will burn you out. I've been running my YouTube channel with my business simultaneously for the last 10 years. And I've made multiple 7 figures while raising 2 kids and working about 30 hours a week, and still posting 1 video every week to YouTube. I stay consistent because I have a streamlined, no-fluff YouTube workflow that leads me to creating high-converting videos fast. I'm gonna break down what that workflow looks like and the only steps business owners need to be doing to turn YouTube into your marketing system so you can post consistently while making sales consistently and stop creating so much darn content. So before we jump into this, I need to be clear on YouTube needs to become your #1 priority. It's not adding YouTube to your already hectic social media posting and creating. It's that you need to replace all of that posting and creating and do YouTube instead. Because YouTube will pay off for you faster and better than multiple Instagram posts and multiple TikTok posts that you need to do to stay up with that algorithm. So when I'm talking about this workflow, I'm talking about starting with a YouTube first approach. And then if you have time afterwards, tying in Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, because YouTube will do more for you with just 1 video a week than any other platform. Promise you. So the system that I've been using for years and that I teach all my clients to do as well is the prep system. So each one of these letters stands for a different phase in my workflow. And each one of these letters stands for a different batching phase that I do as well. So I want to address batching because batching is the best way to stay consistent on YouTube. Because look, do I look like this every day? Absolutely not. Am I batch recording today and filming my 4th video of the day so I can be done with my content for the month? Yes. So as I walk through each one of these phases, not only am I going to share what I'm doing in each phase, but I'm also batching that phase for 3 to 4 videos at a time. This is going to make your system flow faster and it's going to allow you to stay consistent better. The first P stands for pre-record. And there are quite a few steps that you want to do here because this is going to set your entire video up for success. This is your foundation. If you don't do this pre-recording step, we don't know if your video is going to work on YouTube or not. So what are we doing in the pre-record phase? The 3 most important pieces in your pre-recording phase is knowing what your title and your thumbnail is going to be before you start writing any content. Because the only way you're going to get views on your videos is if you get the click. And you're only gonna get the click if your title and your thumbnail cause people to wanna click on it, sparks curiosity, creates fear of missing out if they don't watch it, shows value, right? Now, how do we know what our topic is even going to be? Well, that is how I build strategies with my clients. It's called the Profitable Keyword Framework. We actually use vidIQ and research on YouTube search data to build out content strategies first. So you need to have that first before you jump into this, because that way you know exactly what your videos are going to be when you set down to plan. So during the pre-record phase, I'm looking at my next 3 to 4 videos. I'm coming up with at least 3 to 4 title ideas and at least 2 to 3 thumbnail concepts. Then once I have those and I know they're good, then I move on to the hook. And the hook needs to continue creating curiosity, creating fear of missing out if they don't keep watching. And you have about 3 to 5 seconds before they are going to click away. Now, I did an entire video recently that I will link here on how I plan out my videos. You can watch that next. But in the pre-record phase, you really need to be focusing on these 3 things in addition to the actual content in the video. Once you have your video game plan done and you've done your pre-recording phase, then it's on to recording. Now, a lot of people overthink this recording process. And for me, it's sitting down like I am today, having like 4 shirts to the side, just changing shirts and filming that next video. Now, because I did the pre-record phase, I have my videos planned, ready to go. I have my calendar blocked off this morning to get this done. I have a ring light right here, which I will flip my camera around and show you. My setup is as simple as possible. I'm recording on a Sony ZV-1. I have a microphone plugged right into it to keep it all one file, and I keep it simple. So during this time, you're getting A-roll and B-roll. So A-roll is me speaking to you right now, B-roll is what I'm gonna put here right now, what my setup looks like. That's B-roll. Now the third piece in this recording phase that is so important is getting your thumbnail photo. Now, this is really easy to do if you have a self-timer on your camera. So as soon as I'm done shooting my videos, I'm gonna turn my camera on self-timer and I'm gonna get like 3 or 4 photos of myself. The other thing that you can do if you don't have self-timer is you can just pause in your video and then take screenshots in your video. So I could do something like this and then take a screenshot of myself, or like, and then take a screenshot of myself. So that's another way to get your thumbnail photos, but you cannot change your outfit, move on to the next video until you get that thumbnail photo. So those are the things that I'm doing and getting done during my recording phase, during this batch phase of recording. So once I'm done with my recording, I will send half my videos to my video editor and the other half I edit myself. So my Wednesday videos, my video editor is editing, and my Monday videos, which is a video that I'm doing right now, I edit myself. And my best advice for editing is KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Now I have proof that super simple editing can work. These are 2 of my recently edited videos, audience retention graphs, and they are incredibly high, higher than average for me. And I've done no fancy editing, just cut out pauses or mistakes that I've made. No text on it, no B-roll on it. So you can really keep the editing simple. I am able to edit a video in under an hour. The time it takes you to edit is really gonna depend on the raw footage that you do have. And so that's why you've got to pre-record to plan your videos, so you're recording less footage so you have less footage to edit and your editing process goes quicker. Now, if you're wanting to deep dive into this workflow and set it up for yourself and get some of my templates, you're going to want to go to trenalittle.com/prep, and you can actually buy a full mini course in how I set up my workflow. You can see my workflow. You can see how I film. You can see everything that I do in this entire process and get a swipe copy from my workflow as well inside of that mini course at trenalittle.com/prep. Before we move on to the second PM prep, the other thing you need to do in editing is create a thumbnail. Now you can either do this in Canva or you can send it to a place like Custom Thumbnails, which is what I use, but you need to be designing and creating a thumbnail for your video before it goes live, obviously. All right, so the second P in prep is publish. So as you're uploading your video and preparing it to publish, you need to have a good title. You need to fill out your description box content. And that first line of your description box needs to be just like the hook of your video. Not copied, but it needs to incentivize or grab people's attention to come and watch that video, because if the title and the thumbnail didn't quite get them to click, those first couple words on that description box could help incentivize them to click. You're also gonna add tags. Tags, we could go into a complete other angle, but for now, YouTube is asking us to put tags. We will put tags on there until they tell us otherwise. The other things you need to be thinking about adding in your videos are cards and, most importantly, end screens. So the way I teach my clients, and I do all of my video content, is I always know what this video is leading to next. What is the next video in this series that I want people to watch next, so that I can pitch it and I can have it right on the end screen ready for you to click on. So that is very important. And then I also schedule it. Look, YouTube lets you schedule this in advance. So if you can shoot all of your videos, get them all edited, you can schedule them out for weeks and months in advance. You just go in there, you make sure it's published for the date and the time you want, and that is it. It's not that complicated. Once you've gone through the system of doing this, it really becomes second nature. You can use templates as well with tools like vidIQ and TubeBuddy, and it makes it really easy to ensure it's ready to be published and it's optimized as much as possible to set that video up for success. The final P is promote in this workflow. Now we need to talk a little bit about how we can best promote this video. The best way you can promote this video is to your email list. So something that I do with every single video that I publish on Monday is I take the transcript of my video, plug it on into ChatGPT, and create 3 value-driven short emails. So if you happen to be on my email list, I would love to hear if you're reading those emails, saying reading emails or don't see emails, because I'm curious. From what I can see, I'm getting between 50 to 60% open rates when I'm sending 3 emails a week. I am talking about the value in the particular video. So I'm giving value in the email, and then I'm telling them if they want the full deep dive, that's the video on my channel this week, here's the link to go watch it. The other piece of this promote is I'm also promoting an offer. So for example, the email that I'm gonna send out this week for this video, I'm obviously gonna talk about my prep mini course. This is the way that I'm making sales every single day. I'm setting my video up for sales, and then I'm sending my emails, giving you value, and then saying, hey, I actually have a mini course that helps you do this step by step. We also will take the transcript and put it on my blog so that we have a blog present. Are we super into our blog or follow all the rules for our blogging? No, but it is there to help us with Google SEO. And then I put Instagram question mark, because here's the issue promoting your YouTube videos on other platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It is very hard to get people off of the platform they're on to another platform. So just promoting your videos on Instagram or on TikTok can be difficult. What I do is actually I'm not on any of those platforms anymore because YouTube builds my audience and sells for me every day. But I will take my YouTube transcript and I will ask again ChatGPT to turn my video into 2 carousel posts for Instagram. Now remember my emails where I'm pitching an offer, I'm using my video value, plugging it into ChatGPT and creating an Instagram carousel post that's giving value and then saying, hey, you want more of this? You can actually go buy this, because to me, sales are a priority. I'm not trying to get more views, more subscribers. I'm trying to get more sales. So I don't necessarily ask people to go watch the video or watch this video now, because if I can get my Instagram followers to go buy the offer that I talked about in this particular video, that's the goal. So I'm using my YouTube content and repurposing it to fit on the platform that I want to promote on the best way possible. Seeing this workflow, the core, the foundation of this entire workflow is starting with the pre-record phase and the video game plan. If you want to see how I create these scripts that sell every single day, I go into more detail of what I'm doing, what I'm saying in the video that is on your screen right now. Click to watch to get your deep dive into my video game plan.